Good afternoon and welcome to Sports Central on EzeSportsTV. It's the 25th of April 2021 and it's all about the EFL final today. I have with me Harrison here. We are at the viewing center where we are seeing this match together. Harrison, you are welcome to today's show.
Thank you very much.
It's all about the EFL Cup final between Manchester City and of course Tottenham Hotspur. It's a very exciting day. We are going to be having the first winners of the very first trophy of the season. How do you see today? How do you feel about it today?
Oh well, I think Arsenal actually won the first trophy of the season, so this will be the second trophy of the season. I'm excited. It's always a nice thing to witness a final, regardless of how quality the competition is. EFL Cup is a very quality competition on its own, and then the caliber of the teams playing in the final makes it more interesting. You're going to have a Manchester City playing against Tottenham. That's a great one. Like I'm very excited.
Of course, we're all excited to finally be here to see this match between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur. Manchester City, they have won this trophy all over again. Pep Guardiola, I think, have won three times. He have won the trophy 3 times. Today he wants to make it the fourth time he's winning the trophy. In the last 7 years, I've won it 5 times. So it's a trophy they like winning, Manchester City. And for Tottenham Hotspur, it's been long they won a trophy, and these closers are coming after their loss to Liverpool in the Champions League final. So it's a very interesting one. Of course, Tottenham sacked Mourinho, somebody who happened to have one of the best records in the same competition. He only won it 4 times. Pep Guardiola is playing to win it for the 4th time, of course. But we are not going to be having Mourinho today. Instead, we have Ryan Mason, the youngest coach in English football, up against the currently the best coach in the game. How do you rate the two managers going into this game?
Oh, they are miles away from each other. Ryan Mason is just a 29 years old person who hasn't managed any football club in his career. This is actually his first time. In fact, the last game, the Tottenham game against Southampton during the midweek, was his first time ever, seeing being in charge of a game. So he's nowhere close to Pep Guardiola when it comes to experience. But then, this is a cup final. It's not a league match. It's not the Champions League group stage or maybe knockout stage where experience matters. This is a final. Yes, experience matters a lot, but then it's a one game. Anything can happen. But then, I really don't see Ryan Mason. He's just enjoying himself. He's not here to prove any point, lose or win. There's no pressure on him. Unfortunately, we would have wanted to have a Mourinho versus Pep Guardiola, but that will not be possible anymore since Mourinho has been sacked by Tottenham Hotspur. Ryan Mason is just there to enjoy himself, have fun, just do his thing. Win or lose.
Yeah, we can say that Ryan Mason, the youngest coach, he's just there on the interim basis to see off the season. But don't you think it's going to be an inspiration for him to try and make a mark in English football? Yes, this is his first time he's managing a team, and luckily for him, he has a team in the cup final in English football. Don't you think he's going to? You rightly said he's not under pressure to prove any point. And he has these players that believe in him. Most of them, or some of them, are the players he played with from academy and graduated to the Tottenham squad. So he's very familiar with them. He's very at home. He right there at Tottenham Hotspur. Don't you think he's going to, be looking at this match as an opportunity to make a mark, and of course see if he can keep the job for himself in Tottenham Hotspur? Right, Mason?
Well, before their first game during the midweek, he said he's going to play the Tottenham way. That is taking the game to the opposition team, not the way Mourinho has played since the beginning of the season, sitting back and hitting teams on the counter-attack. Yeah, that can work when you're playing against a very good attacking team, but not when you're playing against some smaller teams that you're supposed to actually take the game to. But Ryan Mason said that he's going to be taking the game to teams, regardless of your caliber, regardless of how big you are. So that would be Tottenham has a very good squad going forward. And looking at the lineup he's put out one of his best squad. And I see this team on their good day they can beat anybody. The lineup he put out today, on a good day they can beat anybody. So if Tottenham, but I don't see Tottenham taking the game to Manchester City. When it comes to the Premier League, they are the team with the best possession football. They play the best position football. They keep the ball to themselves. You can never win them when it comes to possession. So I don't see him taking the game to Manchester City. He's still going to be Tottenham sitting on the counter, then hitting Manchester City on sitting on the defense, then hitting Manchester City on the counter attack. Yeah, like you said, he's going to try his best to see what he can squeeze out of the game. Maybe try to keep Manchester City at a bay, take the game to the extra time. He will just do whatever he can do, hoping that at the end of the day, maybe he will get a victory.
So staying with Tottenham Hotspur, you talked about the score right there. Harry Kane missed Real Messi's first match in charge, because of injury. A game they went ahead to win. Today he's available. He's right there in the starting lineup. He's a player we've always talked about. The fact that he hasn't won a trophy with this team, is still something that people look at. The reason why he might want to leave at some point of the season. This trophy is very, very important for them players. Harry Kane, and all other players in Tottenham Hotspur. This is the kind of game you expect them to see if they can win. At least, give them that sense to feel that we are actually in a big club and we can stay back in this club. For the players of Tottenham Hotspur, how do you see them tackling this game today, and what do you think will play in their head as a final right there at Wembley Stadium to face Manchester City, who happen to be the defending champion of this trophy?
Well, for players like Harry Kane and Son, I think this is the second time they are playing in a cup final for Tottenham Hotspur, unlike the other players who might have played the final in their various teams before joining them. But I think Harry Kane, being the person he is, he always knows how to perform, especially in the big games. He will want to bring his A game. They have dangerous players going forward. They have Lucas Moura, they have Son, they have Lo Celso going forward. So I think Tottenham, especially Harry Kane, would want to carry the team on his shoulder, just like he's been doing over the years back. They will just try, and let's not forget that the past 2 years Tottenham have played Manchester City in the Champions League, and they actually knocked Manchester City off. So they actually know how to play these people. But then this is a cup final; it's a different ball game. But I really see them putting up a show.
For Manchester City, Pep Guardiola, we've said it, he likes this trophy very well. He's won it 3 times in a row. He wants to win it again. And we've seen the lineup also, Foden leading the line for Manchester City alongside Sterling, and of course Riyad Mahrez. A very sicky one, you will say. These guys have played very well all through this season, and it's a trophy. The odd favors them. It's a trophy. Everybody expects them to win. For Manchester City and Pep Guardiola, how do you see them coming out, knowing that Tottenham is hungry for this trophy with a very hungry young coach? How do you see Pep Guardiola and the players, tackling this game?
Well, I don't see them doing anything new. They got to do what they've been doing over the years that have given them this trophy 3 times in a row. It is just going to approach the final as a final, play their best game. Manchester City over the years haven't really, Pep Guardiola to be precise, doesn't change his pattern of football. He might change personnel, he might bring a different, a little tweak to his formation and gameplay, especially when the team are not with the ball, how they position themselves and how they go forward when they are with the ball. But he doesn't change his pattern of play by maybe trying to sit back or trying to hit teams on a counter. He's Pep Guardiola. He takes the game to you. He plays his Pep Guardiola way. They've won this trophy 3 times in a row. That says a lot about them. They are the defending champion, and they are almost running away with the Premier League. So that says a lot about the team. They are well experienced. They are a bunch of winners who knows how to win trophies. So they are not coming today to do anything extra. They are coming today to do what they know how to do best, what they've been doing over the years. If you look at this team, it's almost the same team that has won these trophies 3 times in a row. Just a few changes here and there. Maybe the new goalkeeper coming in, and then Foden, and maybe Rodri, and a few other players. The rest are the old guys who've been there, who's been playing, who's been winning these trophies. So they know. They just come do their thing, the Manchester City thing.
So it's a very interesting day. Of course, we are going to be seeing this game. But for Manchester City also, the coach didn't go with any recognized striker today. You know, don't you think? It might hurt them. We understand that Manchester City, they're still in the Champions League. They have a semi-final to play in the midweek, of course, against PSG. And do you think, Pep Guardiola is having an eye on that particular trophy? Before they were going for all the 4 trophies, the quadruplet. Unfortunately, they lost to Chelsea in the semi-final of the FA Cup, but they are still looking at winning the league. Of course, today they are going to be settling this one, and then they still have the Champions League semi-final. Do you think he's playing in the coach's set, to prepare possibly for the Champions League, and of course also wanting to win this particular game we are looking at today? Do you think it's one of the reasons why we're having the kind of selection with no striker, no Aguero, no Gabriel Jesus in the lineup today?
No. 70% of Manchester City's game the whole season, whether Champions League, whether the Premier League, they've played without a striker. And this goalkeeper has been the goalkeeper for the FA Cup and for the Carabao Cup. The Alderson is for the Premier League and for the Champions League. And he's been going with this goalkeeper since the beginning of this competition until this day. Him playing without a striker, no, I don't think he's looking at the Champions League or anything. Manchester City has played 75% of their games this season in all competition without a striker. It's been a Pep Guardiola thing this year, especially since Aguero's injury and Gabriel Jesus wasn't really coming up with the goals. The midfielders were providing the goals, Sterling, Riyad Mahrez and the rest of them. And so I don't think it's about the Champions League. It's just the Pep Guardiola thing as far as this season is concerned.
I think if I ask you to predict this game between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur in the EFL final, how do you predict this game?
Okay, I'm predicting a 3-1 win for Manchester City.
Harrison predicted a 3-1 win for Manchester City. We'd like to thank you for giving us your time in the show. It's about the EFL Cup final right there at the Wembley Stadium. It's going to be 4:30 Nigerian time. We are going to be seeing this match. We are right here at the Casa Live here, of course, doing what we know how to do best, bringing it to your doorstep, the analysis of the upcoming matches. It is Manchester City against Tottenham Hotspur for the EFL Cup final, and this is Sports Central on EzeSportsTV. I remain your uncle, Kester, and I still urge you to stay with us. Thank you very much.